Hello everyone, this is Mayur Karanskar from Hyderabad FC. Welcome to the pre-match press conference of the game between Hyderabad FC and Bengaluru FC. We've got our head coach, Mr. Manolo Marquez, here with us. Thank you for joining in and thank you for sending in your questions. We'll go through all the questions one by one, and beyond which we'll take a few questions in as well in the chat. You can send it across. So, Coach, let's begin. The first question is from Khel Now, Mr. Wasim Zaidi and Mr. Ram from the Hans India. With three different results in the first three matches, what does Hyderabad FC need as a team to find consistency in the games that follow?
Yes. Good afternoon. I think that is we can see every day is a very equal competition. We are the only team who beat Mumbai, but Mumbai after won 5-1 ATK, then Jamshedpur we drew against them. Yesterday Jamshedpur won. There are a lot of changes in the results because the teams are very strong. Then I think that a lot of teams we need the consistency, but seems that the season maybe will decide this season will decide in the last part of the season, no? in the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 5 games. Sorry.
Coach, the next point is from Miss Neha Matthew from ZilliZ Sports. So just talking about the 1-1 draw that you said against Jamshedpur FC. So the team fought back in the second half after what you mentioned was not so great performance in the first half. So what are the positives that you've taken from this game?
No, the positive thing is the reaction of the team in the second half. Usually when you play a very good first half and in the second half you don't play the same level, usually you finish the game angry. No, you are angry at the end of the game. When it's the opposite, usually it's the same score, but usually you are I don't know, which is not satisfied, because after our first half we can't be satisfied. But of course that is the second game that after two strong teams like Mumbai or Jamshedpur score before our team, we can react and in one game draw and drew and the other won. No, then for me these are the positive things.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Shiva Krishna from Telangana Today. So Bengaluru FC have some big names in Indian football in their team. So how do you look at the challenge tomorrow?
Very difficult, but like every game. Of course, they have some big names in Indian football, and for me, they have some young players that will be important in the future. I like the style of play of Bengaluru. Is very nice for the spectators. I think that they played a nice football. The coach is very brave. I think that they attack with a lot of players, and I think will be an interesting game for sure.
Coach, just building on that question, so next one is from Mr. Archan Mukherjee from The Bridge. So what are your thoughts on their recent form?
No, more or less is would be like the not the former question. Is about the practically the first, or no, if we are looking for the consistency. I think that if you look at Bengaluru, if you watch Bengaluru, more or less it's the same. They play a good game in the first day against Northeast, but they had doubts with Kerala, and now they lost the last game, but even the coach said that was their best game, and in my opinion, I agree with him. The first half, especially in my opinion, they deserve in the halftime to win the game. When they concede the second goal, it's very difficult. And if you play against Mumbai and you are playing a very good game and you are losing, it's very difficult, the last part of the game. But in fact, I liked Bengaluru the other day against Mumbai.
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Shivakrishna from Telangana Today, Mr. Abdul from Sakshi, and Ms. Neha Matthew from ZilliZ Sports. So do you have any specific plans against this Bengaluru side, like we just mentioned about their performance? So strategy-wise, any specific plans that you have?
If you look, every team in ISL is different. No? For example, we played the first game in Chennai, and Chennai was practically with 10 men behind the ball all the time. Mumbai is a team that they want to play every ball. Jamshedpur is fight, and fight. Now we play against Bengaluru, that they are a very dangerous team in attack. They arrive with a lot of players to the opposite box, and I think that more or less next game Northeast will be another kind of play. Goa, every game is very difficult. I think that all of us are agree that all the teams can beat the opponent, and it's not a specific plans. Yes, specific, because Bengaluru has another style than the others. But finally, again, about the first question, no? We have to find our consistency and not specific. We don't change specifically because we play against Bengaluru. No?
Coach, the next question is from Mr. Ram from Hans India. So the match against Jamshedpur was a little exhilarating, especially the goal by Ogbeche. So he seems to be playing a good role, similar to what Aridane did last season. So what can he expect from a striker like him in this game?
Goals. For me, they are totally different players. I think Aridane showed his level in Odisha and in Hyderabad. He scored almost 20 goals in 2 seasons. We know that Ogbeche is the numbers are very similar. No, is close to 40 goals in his 4th season with 4 different teams. I think that the thing that we can expect from him are goals, no? And in that moment, okay, 3 games, 2 goals is a great number for a center forward.
Coach, the next question is from us only. So as you mentioned that we've conceded the first goal in all the 3 games, and we've not conceded more than 1 in any game. But according to you, how does this first goal shape the momentum of the game?
How is the question, Hyderabad? Sorry, that
we have conceded the first goal in all the 3 games, and we've only conceded just 1 goal in each game. So according to you, how important is this first goal, or how does it shape the outcome of the game?
Usually, I prefer to score before the opponent, because you can play with order and the other team has to attack. Yes, no, but there are like mini games during the game. No, for example, when Mumbai scored, we equalized very fast. The other day when Jamshedpur scored, was practically very close to the halftime. Then we could speak in the halftime how we would have to play in the second half, and I think that I prefer to score before But you know that in football you have to continue if the opponent play score before, if it's all the time there is a draw in the score, or if you are winning the game in that moment. No? Then of course, but I prefer to score before. Let's see if tomorrow we get to score before Bengaluru.
Coach, we have got a few questions in the chat. So first is from Mr. Sandeep Menon from the Deccan Herald. So Huanan, our defender Huanan, who was part of BFC last season, he was also part under their head coach Marco when they were playing in the AFC Cup, and he even traveled to Male. So Huanan has trained under their coach, and in the press conference, Coach Marco said that Huanan knows exactly how BFC wants to play. So has Huanan provided you with any input on that?
I think if you look the 3 or 4 games of Bengaluru, you don't need to be Huanan to know which is the style of Bengaluru. They attack with a lot of players. They play 4-3-3 with 2 right and left midfielders who arrive continuously to the box, with 3 players, very dangerous players in attack. The backs, they go to the attack too. Practically only the center midfielders stay with the center backs in open play. They are very dangerous in a strategy, and I am not Juanan. And I think that more or less, if you ask every coach, is normal, no? It's your work to know about the opponent. If I have to tell you, I didn't speak with Juanan about the coach or about Bengaluru, because we know Chetri, we know Clayton, we know Udanta, no, the 3 names that in the question. But I think that they have a lot of very good players. I like Yayesh, Suresh, of course, all the foreigners. They have very, very good players. Even this guy that he played in the right back, but I don't know if he's right footer or left footer. Nauren Rosham is another very good player. Ashik, Gurpreet, the goalkeeper in the national team. They have a very, very good team. Very good team.
Coach, there's one more question that has come in the chat. Is from Mr. Azhar, who's from Republic World. So according to you, what comes first, playing style or results?
Results. I'm not stupid. Yes, I like to play, but for me, to get results, you need to play one style. I don't know if it's our style or not. I think that for the players that we have, this is the style, and that maybe we have more possibilities to win the game. We don't have a team to play long balls or only physical. We have a team more to keep the ball, to control the situations. But of course, the most important is to win. Yes, but I think that if you can win one game, because football is like this, no? You can win one game or 2 during a season playing and without one specific style, and let's see what happens. But the normal thing is that you should have a style, and then the results will arrive or not.
Coach, this is another question from Mr. Vivek Krishnan from Hindustan Times. So there are 16 players in the ISL this season, the most from any particular country. And we at Hyderabad also have 3 Spanish players. So as a Spanish coach yourself, how much of a factor has Spain's success on an international level and club level over the last decade been important in clubs preferring to have Spanish foreigners in their team in the ISL?
I think that is a good question, because I think that the Spanish players and Spanish coaches, when I was player or 20 years ago, or yes, nobody from Spain worked abroad. I think after 2010, that Spain, 2008, Spain won the first Euro Cup in Austria, the World Cup in South Africa, the second World Cup, the second Euro Cup in 4 years, 2 Euro Cups and 1 World Cup. Then in that moment, a lot of foreigner teams, they were interested in Spanish coaches and players. And from that moment, more or less, Spain is one strong team. Always arrive to semi-final or even final okay, I think only in one World Cup, the last World Cup of Vicente del Bosque was a failure because Spain didn't qualify for the second round. But in the other competitions, the national team will arrive very far, and the clubs same. Now in this moment seems that there are the English teams and Bayern Munich that are better now in this moment. They are better than Spanish clubs. But I think that this is the reason. No? But now, if, for example, now Bayern Munich and Germany, they win every competition, for sure that clubs, not in India, in all the world, they will be interested in German coaches and players.
Coach, the final question about just injury updates, any injury updates that you would like to share regarding the team?
Yes, Hali and Yasir are the only 2 players. Yasir for a long time, unfortunately. And Hali don't arrive for this game. I think will be ready for the next game. And that's all. This is only these 2 players don't for the next game, for tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Those were all the questions for today. Thank you for your time. Thank you, everyone, for your time. And we'll see you all next time.
Okay. Thank you very much.